Before we begin, this video is sponsored by Sleeve Chief. You can find good quality accessories to make your deck and gear look good. Get card protector sleeves with artworks of all your favorite archetypes and cards for the main and extra deck. There's extraordinary border sleeves, and they've got you covered with deck boxes, playmats, and dice as well. Head on over to Sleeve Chief's website through my affiliate link in the description box below and use my code SHADOW at checkout to get 5% off your entire order. Let's begin. Alright, so let's talk about some of the cards that you should pick up before they go up in price. I got the idea for some of these from my yesterday's video actually, so if you haven't watched it, go check it out because it's all about all the budget decks that you can acquire right now, which really probably aren't getting hit and are really decent contenders. And then I thought about it, and some of these cards I think might go up in price when people realize they are very, very good because they're fairly inexpensive right now. So yeah, if you have any of your own ideas, make sure to share them in the comments down below as well. And if you like this video, of course, make sure to like it. So for the first card, I wanted to talk about the DDD Wave High King Caesar. I did mention Unchained in my yesterday's video, and there is a card in the Unchained strategy that's like a little more expensive, which is their spell card, which might get a reprint so it becomes cheaper. But there is the High King Caesar, which you also need to play in the deck, and it literally only had one printing. So this card is also long overdue for a reprint, I think, because it's not exactly the cheapest card for a random extra deck monster, but it's really important right now. So I suggest that you get it because we can't really know when they are going to be like, oh, you know, Code of the Duelist needs a reprint. Like, they might be thinking about it. If they are, props to them. But if they're not, I would suggest getting the XYZ as soon as possible because it really makes the Unchained end board much, much better going first. So this is the first card on the list, and for the next card, I'm going to go over a couple things from yesterday's video, which is going to be the Chimera package. So I think, and I already stressed this yesterday, like if you're not getting this package right now, I think you're making a mistake because everything aside from the extra deck monster, the Fusion, which is around 11 or 12 euros, everything else is very cheap. It is literally cents, it's commons. So you can get the core for literally like 13 euros or something, and you have the entire package that you can play together with the Fusion, because the Fusion might go up. It's like the most vital part of the entire strategy. You get to the Fusion, you rip a card out of their hand, and it also needs to be on the field for your negates to be live in the graveyard. So it's really, really important. And yesterday I checked the price because I was doing the video, and today it's already like 50 cents or even a euro higher than yesterday's. So it's literally going up every single day, and I think we need to keep an eye out for that and snatch up these copies as soon as possible. Another one that's part of the Chimera package is going to be Guardian Chimera, and this one was at a very decent price post the Maze of Memories reprint, but now it also went up together with the entire hype surrounding everything Chimera. And since they just gave it a reprint in Maze of Memories, they're not going to reprint it again very, very soon in the future. So I think you need to get it before it becomes more expensive. It's such a busted card in any single fusion strategy where you can utilize polymerization or any kind of way to fusion summon with a spell card or effect, which, you know, props the Guardian Chimera effect on summon. I think it's just a very, very nice card and you need to have it. And yeah, it went up. So before it goes up even higher, I think you need to get it. The next card I wanted to talk about is XYZ Encore. Now, you might ask, like, why should we get a card that's more expensive? It's really like around 8 or 9 euros, as opposed to getting Herald of the Abyss. And I totally get your points. I think both of the cards are valid to counter Pearly, obviously. And Herald of the Abyss might be a bit better because you can play Thrust and you have Herald as a target, whereas XYZ Encore, obviously being a quick play spell card, it cannot be used in tandem with Thrust in particular. But with Herald of the Abyss, if they kept a quick play spell card, they can just special summon out Lily, which has the same like type and attribute as Noir, and then they just send it away, and Herald of the Abyss doesn't really do anything. So XYZ Encore is a little bit better in that regard because you don't affect Noir, you just get rid of the materials, you bounce it, and that's pretty much it. So you can play either. Both of them have some advantages, and this one only has 2 printings, I believe, and it is going up. And it's like one of those cards where obviously because of the older printing, it's going to be a little more expensive, but it's just so useful to have in any format where you really need it, like in Rongo format or Noir format right now with Pearly. Like, it's a very, very, very important tech card to counter these types of unaffected monsters. So I guess it's like one of those cards where you kind of just have to do it, have to get it, and just hope they don't reprint it so you don't feel like you lost a ton of money by purchasing it, because I don't think it's gonna get a reprint. If it does, and you get it right now, I'm really sorry, but these videos are only to, like, I guess, give you a couple ideas and then you can decide for yourself. But I genuinely think if you're going to any event, like, very, very soon, you need to have this card. So I would suggest purchasing it before it becomes even better, especially if Purdy doesn't get severely hit on the next ban list, which it probably won't. So it's going to be very dominant for the next couple of months, maybe like half a year from now, and at that point you're gonna want to own Exquisite Core. And for the last card on the list, I wanted to talk about Crimson Dragon. Now this one, it's literally mind-blowing to me how Crimson Dragon is not more expensive. It is a secret rare from the latest set and it's only around 15 euros. And I still remember to this day when Borreload came out, like the actual OG Borreload Link 4, and it was 7 euros. It came out, nobody thought it was good because it's like a Link 4, and how are you gonna go into a Link 4? And it was just this wild idea of playing this card, and then everybody realized it's really good. And it became like 60 euros or 70. And I just don't want us as a community to repeat the same mistake with Crimson Dragon, because it's just such a good card. When you see a very, very good generic or almost generic extra deck monster, which is a secret rare from the latest set, I think you need to get it. No matter if you're going to play it or not, but I'm sure you will find a deck in which you're going to be able to utilize this card sometime in the future, or just get rid of it once it spikes, because I think it is going to. Like, the card is just way too busted. Everything that is able to cheat out literally from the extra deck is kind of unfair, and I think we need to think about this card, keep it on our radars, and just get it as soon as possible, because it will probably go up. Now, today's video was a little bit shorter. This is all the cards that I have, but I wanted to like remind you of them because I just think that it's so important to get them as soon as possible and not waste a ton of money when you would have to pick them up a couple months later. So if you like this video, make sure to like it. Also sub and ding the bell so you are always notified when I post. Share your thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.